Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Railroads Online with Vonklous Gaming. I'm sorry guys that the video was so long last time. We're just gonna jump right into it. Basically, I'm just gonna continue this path up the hill and then we're gonna lay our track. So that's basically what we got on the brain for today. So we want to demolish that and then do some variable groundwork. Uh-oh. We went underground. According to this, we're going right up here. So this is the route we've got planned out. Ooh. We want to get rid of that track. I don't remember if there was any more down here or not. Yeah, there is another rail. So we want to get rid of that one. Was our survey, what I use for survey flags. Little pieces of track to kind of mark the direction we're going. The direction of the rail lays the direction that we're headed. That way it kind of keeps me straight. Alright. Alright, we want to come up. Okay. back up. Eek. It's kind of a steep grade right here. Alright, right here, I'm going to have to come off of this because you see over there, this stone grade is sticking through, or this grade here, which is a lot of the reasons why I choose to use the concrete ones coming up these hills, because the groundwork is sticking through the side of the hill, and you can see these big areas like right down up in there where the groundwork is sticking through, and then again over there, and right down here, right over there. And it looks horrible. So let's get rid of this. I don't like that. I don't like the groundwork sticking through. If we have to go all the way back and start over again, we will. It looks better aesthetically if you can't see all of that garbage sticking through there. I was hoping to make that kind of quick, but looks like we're not going to be able to, simply because it sticks through too far. Now right up in here, this hill is going to hide that. It sticks out far enough. So we can actually leave that part right there. But back over here, again, this hill hides it. And I think maybe the rest of the way is good. So right through here, we don't have to worry about it. Alright, so basically we're good through here with the exception of right here. Once we get to the other side of this, where this hill is right here, that's where we got to start the stonework. Otherwise, it's going to stick through and look horrible. So, let's go back, pop our gradient stonework down. Alright, so right up in here we need to increase this up some more because unfortunately, this is going to be higher than a 2% grade. Now we want to make sure we're coming down and we hit our bridge just right. About right there is perfect. Alright, so we can lay our track rail going across the bridge about right here. Pop our rail across. Come on. To about right there. And then right here, we may have to redo that bridge. Because if we don't, on the opposite side of the bridge, we're not going to be able to do the railing correctly for the stone embankment that we're on right now. The groundwork, I should say. Because the bridge goes directly into the ground on the opposite side of the bridge, and it actually needs to be raised above the ground, because if we don't do that, we're going to have a I'm not so sure about that rail. Let's go back and check it. There was a couple of jerky motions there laying the rail. But basically, with that track being with the bridge railing, the decking pylons going right even with the ground, the deck plate is going to be just barely above the ground, which means your stone embankment is going to be higher than the ground, and almost even with your railing coming across the bridge, which means that you'll have a jerky incline right there because they're not going to meet up correctly. So unfortunately, I think we're going to have to redo the bridge now that we have the stone embankment in place. And I should have did that before I laid the deck plate down, but no big deal. We can go ahead and demolish it and come across and redo it. Now I kind of take a little bit more time coming around curves, because the closer you pop them together, the more defined your curve will be, and the better, smoother your curve will be, so it doesn't make the rail as crooked, I noticed. So when I have turns like this, I'll pop them a little closer together. When I'm in straightaways, I can go a good, almost to the maximum distance, and then pop it. And you're okay. Now we have a track meetup right here, so we want to make sure to there we go. Alright, so now we have a rail all the way across to here from the bridge. So basically from this point, and you'll notice my curves look pretty good. There are some spots where the track did wave a little bit, but in the curves themselves, it looks pretty good, putting them closer together. Right here, there was kind of a tight spot. I don't know if that's going to hurt anything. When we test out the track, we'll test it out and we'll see. But for the most part, I think we're pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come back up real quick, and on the opposite side where that bridge is over there, we're going to relay that bridge. I purposely did a incline right here simply because it's easier to lay the track, because you can kind of put it between a 1.5 to a 2.5 or a 3% grade, rather than having a 4, 5, or a 6% grade by it increasing so quickly. And then hopefully our serpentine coming around where this will be pretty smooth, steady, and straight. So when the train comes through here, it'll be pretty straight. And as long as the turn is shallow enough, it won't cause a problem. And then we get right here, and this is the spot that we're going to redo. Because we need... Matter of fact, you can actually see there's a little bit of an increase right here. But that's okay. That will straighten out. And what I want to do is put a deck railing down right here, so I know that this is where I want the deck to come when I pop it across here. But also I can adjust the height so that it's a lot better coming across. And actually, I only need to do it from right here, because there's two different pieces here. So we just need to do it from this longer piece. So we're going to grab the framework for the bridge, demolish it, which will leave this section that we're on, and then we're going to pop this section back down, and we know that we want it right there where the rail is, but we also want to raise it up a little bit. Boom. Alright, so let's check that out. And that is perfect. That way, when we put our stone down, it'll be at a good height, or height, I should say, and it won't cause an issue with the ground. So now we can take and come back down with our stone wall at the same height our bridge is. My doggy is wanting in. Alright, so we want to drop our grade so that we can meet up with our groundwork over here. And boom. Look at that. Alright, so we're all set. We basically just need to bring this track over to the bridge, which is a fairly simple task. Again, we're popping it around a curve, so I want to go a lot quicker popping them and not put any real distance on it, so that I get a pretty good curve, because this is kind of a tight curve, but I want it to be as straight and as shallow as possible, simply because it'll make a better turn and the less chance of our train derailing right there. And there we go. Alright, so if you come back and look around this curve where it was pretty tight through there, should be a semi-decent curve. Yep. No real big tight spots, and then we come on to our rail here. So we're good. We're good. Now basically all we need to do is relay our deck plate real quick. When we relay our deck plate, we will be completed all the way down there to where our secondary wood supply is, and our water fill-up station area. And I'm gonna call that good for now. And then the next spot will be to basically go across there and get us back down to our bridge didn't meet up right there, so we need to relay that because we want it to connect. We need to adjust. Pop that one down. Right here we're getting off again, so we need to come back over, pop that one, and then these two should fairly meet up decent. Boom. Alright. And that's pretty much it. Right here is kind of a worry spot, so I may redo this track coming up to it. I think I will, because right there was a little bit tighter than what I wanted, So let's bring this rail from the bridge so that we can get a good steady meetup and a little bit better of a curve right there. It's not quite as jerky. And that's basically it, guys. So we are actually all the way to that point over there, which I can just run across there this way. And now we just basically need to run back around underneath our coal mine. We're going to be at the foot of it when we run across there. Alright. So our next one will start on this side. We're already part of the way, but we'll be coming, if you notice, we're curving back to the right. We'll be basically coming right by the bottom of that coal mine and then back around this way, and then we'll be connecting up to our main track, which is around the corner yet. So that's basically it. Just a little bit of a show through for this track. And then basically this is just going to come this way. We will drop our grade down because we are going down a hill. We haven't cleared all of this area off yet. Not 100%. Like I said, sometimes you have to see how it's going to go before you can actually clear all the trees. And then we're going to come this way. So that's basically it. And then we're now down to the river. So we just clear out the remaining trees that are in the way. And we continue across the river. If you look, right up there is our coal mine. So we're right at the base of our coal mine at the moment. Right back almost where we started. A long way to run this rail. We want to get rid of that now. And that's basically it. This, guys, is going to be a pretty short video today. Just to kind of show you what I'm doing. I also want to check on this side to make sure in this area coming up this hill, the groundwork isn't sticking through like it was up on that big area. See, right here looks like I have some groundwork sticking through, but it's not really causing a problem right there. So I'm not going to worry about that part right there too much, because you don't have that big overlap that's sticking through there to where there's a vacant spot under the bottom of it. That to me is what doesn't really look good, when you have that big vacant spot down underneath it. That's actually evenly sloped with the ground going down, so there's no real issues there. Otherwise, we'd just destroy the section that runs through there like that and drop the stone groundwork down to take that spot. But like I said, it's not causing an issue, so we're not going to worry about it. And then that's basically it. We're down to the bottom of the hill, and the rest of it is just going to be meeting up with the mines between the two tracks. And that's pretty much it. So guys, I hope you liked this video, and we'll come back and see the next one. We are progressing pretty nicely. We're just about to the point of having everything connected and being able to test the whole track. Once we can test the whole track, we will know how well everything is going to work, and we'll be able to iron out our spots that cause issues, and be able to go from there. So that's what we're looking at. Right now we're just going to lay the rail. I'll delete that rail in a second, the one that's underneath that one. It's not currently in the way, so now this one down here will be in the way. And it's too far over, so we'll go back and delete that one, and then we'll come back up here and delete this one real quick and get it out of the way. It's over far enough I can delete it from the edge here and not have an issue, and end up deleting the wrong track. There we go. And there we are coming down the hill. And then we'll finish dropping this rail real quick and call this one done. That's it. That's it. We're at our stopping point. I don't like that tree overhanging the track, so we will cut that one. Other than that, I think we're pretty good on the trees. I'm happy with it. So now, basically, the rest of the way is just to meet up with the remainder of our track, which is a little ways away. But now if you look on the map where we're at, it's going to show that we're kind of in the middle of a bunch of areas, which is fine. We're down at the bottom of the hill. We haven't really moved much map wise, but we'll be able to bring a bridge across here, and once we bring it across here, we'll come right along the edge of the river again, and we know that on the other side over here is where our track is, and it's along the river. So as we're laying this, we're already headed the right direction, because we're not going to be swapping tracks or swapping directions across the river except those 2 times. And once we come down through here, we'll meet up with our other rail. Alright guys, I hope you like and subscribe. It'll help me out tremendously. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.